Yes, it was very. I mean, I liked watching them, and Sawyer was in one room. Hopefully, this is doing it right. He was in one room working with other students. So when you're working with other students, this is something you need to think about in your presentation as well, because they have a presentation that's due. What should you think about when you're working with a group of people?
Best way, if you're explaining new concepts or material, probably the best way you can explain it to all of them collectively as a group, to where most of them are going to understand what you're saying. Instead of using, like, if Gil was using his big wording, like our college wording,
Right.
and most of them weren't getting it, the best way I think a person should explain something is to explain it in a way that the majority of the group will understand it.
Okay.
Even if you're not using the high fluent words.
Right. So she's basically saying speak their language, like swag. She picked up swag from them. I heard you say in class. I kept looking at
Children!
Yes.
They say swag. They say lit. Fuego. I get a lot of fuego.
You hear that in
My
class as
Mexican
well?
kids go fuego. It's just walk around doing it. Okay, can you give me some rolls out of the hot box? Lit. What? That's not even yes.
Yeah, I've had them. Can you give me a definition of lit? That's lit. That's not a word. Sorry.
They know what definition means, right? What the word definition
No,
means.
apparently they don't. I said you can't use the word inside the definition. So yes. So let's look at talking about this. Let's look at Duet 10. You have your book. It's in the parking book.
No, I just
Screw it over.
Okay. That's. I have a copy of it. So we could do.
Sorry, Jesse.
What page is that? I'll do it second.
44. That might help you.
That's part of your homework assignment as well, because that's what you will be performing, right?
And we have to do this for someone else when we're recording it.
Huh?
You said?
In the recording for homework?
Yeah, for the duet 10.
Yes, just to measure 12.
I have a question.
Yes.
Me and Maria recorded it on Friday, but I didn't do the rest of my assignment video.
That's fine.
So how you want me just to email you one of the videos and then send you, because it won't let me attach both links in the Dropbox.
Okay.
So do you want me just to email you one link and then turn one in?
You can't even give me the copies of the links separately.
I do. When it goes to send send URL, you only get to put one URL. Unless you want me to go to a paper submission and go to the comment section and drop you links, I can do that.
Do that.
Okay.
So this is what we have to do for this weekend?
Yes, this is one of them. Yes.
So I suggest you two get together after this.
Right? It's like,
Or you can just do it here. I'll give you the internet if you have it on your phone in space. If you want, I can even say, here you go, here's the camera, just record it real quick and I'll upload it. See how easy that is? You guys talk to me and I'll understand where you are on the okay. I'll send you. Especially with this stuff. Just stream it and I don't have to worry about too much space. Alright. We looked at the beginning, but let's look at. Do you want to look at the beginning again?
I didn't.
Okay, so let's look at the beginning. Just as a catch us up.
you want top or bottom line?
He's playing top. Playing top. You're playing top too. Like, there's probably 3 or 4 people that are playing bottom.
Oh, okay.
That was a different. I think that's something else.
The hand.
No, you divided the class in half, but
At
that time.
Yes. You guys know what we're performing for the recital, right?
Which
Waltz, May 4th. It's,
Oh, okay.
Which one?
uh,
That one we got a while back?
Was it a handout or was it in the
there's
parking
a
lot?
handout.
I have one in handouts.
Yeah, I have to look at my computer.
Yeah, Flash Ballad, the share, got Takata. Oh my goodness, I'm hitting things.
How does it happen?
The
Noche
Schubert
en
one?
Los Andes.
Schubert. Yes.
Okay.
That, fugue, and Irish hymn.
That one.
Duet thing?
Duet. Yes, fugue, sorry. Fugue is duet.
Yeah, okay.
Just those three pieces. I mean, two you're playing all by yourself as a group, and then Irish hymn it's you guys in ensemble, and then a few solo students are gonna come and play with you as well. And then we're gonna try to convince Jed to sing.
The Irish hymn.
You got it?
If he gets like credit first, like if he doesn't have to play and sing, he'll probably do it. But if he has to play and sing, he probably
Well,
won't
at
do
the
it.
same time, we'll let him sing one stanza, and then you sit and play.
Okay, he'll probably do that.
And what is there son?
May
The fourth.
4th.
Okay.
Yes, 7.
It's like a Thursday. I think it's a Thursday.
I'm gonna check.
Please.
It is Thursday at 7 o'clock. So it's Toccata, Irish hymn, and Waltz Schubert.
Fugue, Irish hymn, and the Schubert waltz.
You want to play waltz with them too? The more
Where's the waltz at?
I have it in my-
And if you need a copy, we have a copy machine, so we can have a copy in the wall.
I got that one. I got it in here.
Looks like that. Okay, I can make you a copy before we leave today. You're welcome.
Alright, so let's start on the beginning. We have pickups. Ready? Episode 1, 2, yeah, 2 more beats, ready, 1, 2, and wait a minute, return. Third string, okay. But a little bit more. Did you not tune it at all?
I tuned it Friday. And with my phone, it said it was in tune.
I'm sure it was in tune on Friday.
Friday.
I'm pretty sure it was.
They do not stay. It's a different material at the top. How accurate are you guys with your tone? Like, can you hear it? How close do you get usually?
On our instruments or these?
Just hear it
On mine, I can get it.
right on? Right on.
Usually.
Unless we throw it into E's and A and then it's going down. On these ones.
Is it on? Yeah, take that. Do it full crank. That's like a, what is that, a D?
Sharp.
Don't get ready to turn some more.
Kiss me in the face, I forgive you.
And just like, did you leave it out in front?
Do it.
Did you leave it out in front?
I threw it in before that. Yeah,
See?
I tuned it the other day, I swear.
Alright, here we go.
You're okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Give you 2 counts. I'm sorry. Ready? 1, 2, and. Okay, stop right there. Second measure. A, G, F, E. And then think of it as a scale going down. What is that?
What is this? What is it?
Moon jump.
Where do I put it?
On the zone. Like towards the bridge.
Under it?
Chunk of it.
A piece?
No, it's not a piece of 2 pieces. It's just gel.
Like on or under it?
Wherever you think buzzing's going.
It's like these two.
Experiment. Put it there. See if
Like on them?
near the bridge. Like if it's on the string, it'll fill its bridge.
Okay.
They use it for snares.
Wow, okay.
I thought you were going to put the rest of it on. Okay, here we go for the A. Jesse, any questions?
No, I'm still trying to wrap my head around. You go down, you go higher.
Yes. Any tips on that?
No, I'll get confused with that.
And has anybody figured that out yet?
What they
Tips for going down.
When you're going higher, you go higher.
Oh, this makes the string short. So it makes it like
Well, it's getting used.
yeah, no, it is different.
It's yeah. And I never hit an E or an F with my left hand. It's always going to right. So it's just kind of like a new thing.
Because you're the opposite, that's right.
Mm-hmm. It's like the opposite hand and the opposite order.
We do it over here. Yeah, we've got a ton of work in this hand. Alright, try again on the A. A, G, F, E, F. 1, 2, 3, ready, go, and open G. There's 4th string. Stop right there. Good. Measure 3. So measure 3. You have F, E, F. So you can hold, and Ryan and Jennifer are about to tell us why. You can hold the F and the E at the same time when you're playing the F. Why?
What we answer? The F and the E? Hold on, I gotta find what he's talking about.
So measure 3. F, E.
Oh, full measure.
Yes. I don't count that.
You can hold it at the same time because since you do place a finger higher, like to go higher, you can keep it down because it won't sound that. Yeah. Also, Jesse, one thing that I've done until I was able to like sight read guitar music is I would write string cues on it, kind of how in the Green Book it has like string. That's what I've done to learn what string stuff's on. So that might help. That's what I used to do till I figured it out.
No, just doing it. Guess I do not have them in. Sorry, can you grab my highlighters, please? Yes, ma'am. Now, I'm going to do an example if I did not have my highlighters. So you can do string indicators like she's saying. She's like, put all these on 3rd string. If I know that a chunk of them are on the 3rd string, then I just put a whole shape. Say that particular spot, I'll do. Or have you guys done your conducting? No?
Yeah, I don't think they have. Because I'm holding
What did you learn in conducting?
the color code this one.
Yeah. Look at this stuff right here. This is color coded because I can't find 3 right away. So that's what I'll do. If you can find certain parts that are on the string and color all the green, the G string with yellow, the other string with different colors. That'll help you. Like you're actually practicing at the same time without your instrument by doing this. So that is a good tip. Thank you, Jennifer. All right, let's go to that third measure again. Do you need?
No, I got it.
Sure. Good. That's what they're here for. If that does not work, it doesn't work, right?
No, it doesn't if you don't see color.
Yes.
Colorblind.
Oh.
So he has to come up, he has to work twice as hard. Or what are some things that you do? I mean, this is stuff we have to realize.
Use highlighters because they're evil.
Okay, they're evil. I mean, because if they go into a class with some students, which we don't know if they can't see or if they're just being.
Did it
I just
look
figure it
cool?
out. I usually don't mark anything like that.
Yep.
Just 'cause you know, if I make all sorts of other things with pencils, then I'm trying to read what I've written and not paying attention. So I just figure it out.
Just figure it out.
Yeah.
Try to have at least something thick, like a marker. Like you won't be able to see a marker, but if you see a marker and a pen marking, you can see the thickness, and just that can make a big difference. There's still shades of gray.
I can see blue and pink and yellow, just as long as you don't throw some greens and purples in there, then that really screws everything. That's why those huge big highlighters are evil.
Sorry. That was my whole. Alright, so here we go. On the F, E, F, and then you have a third string right there on that G. Bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, right. Here's first string. Good, stop. Make sure you bring that second finger over. Because it says a 2. You could use a 1, but use a 2. Much better. Alright, we'll try it again. She's good.
Same measure again?
Huh?
Same measure.
What are you doing here? Measure 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, right. Here's. Push it down. Good, awesome. Jennifer, how would you conduct this?
Pattern
No.
or
How would you conduct this?
measure, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, like kind of like I don't know. I'll do a little bit bigger.
Larger gestures?
Yep, like a crescendo, mini crescendo on the forte.
So you do 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you forte? Or are you just giving
It
it
just
4?
looks like forte, and like they can
Okay.
see, like if you do it with your body,
4, say.
I can see it. So
Gotcha. Wanna try that? Okay. So we'll start there. Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Can we do? Notice that GFE is a scale. GFE. And if we break that down, Ryan, GFE. How would you practice that in guitar?
You could just leave the 3 down whenever you go.
So which way are we going? You going down or going up?
GFE.
GFE. you can take this hand out. Remember from your assignments, take this hand out completely and just practice G's on third string, right? And then you have 2 on fourth string. So try that. Let's hit G. So we're taking your left hand now and you're going 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. There you go. And even though it's the same string, make sure you use your finger. So if you're sitting on middle, index, middle. There you go. Now can you make that an event like ba ba bum, ba ba bum? What's the fastest you can do? Da da da. Okay. Now if we look at that, it goes G, F, E, and it goes back up to F, G. So it's, how would we break that down in terms of strings, Kirk?
3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Oh, 4.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'd probably
4,
say
3,
2.
3. 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4.
There you go. So let's try that right there. It's weird when you're looking at it, especially when you guys have really good pitch. You're looking at it and it's messing up your minds. So ba 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 ba. Ready? And go. Okay, be careful, don't get too detail. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, 1, 2, ready, go. Much better, yeah. Play it more confident, don't be scared. Go, ready, and go. Make sure you reach over that G earlier, or I'll just step on the fourth string. Ready, and right, here's. Much better. You can play this whole line, just playing strings without your left hand. Ready? Let's try that. 1, 2, 2, so use 1, 2. There's 3. Okay, good. Did you ever do this in teaching strings?
With just strings.
Like bowing? Working with younger kids?
Or having like taking out the notes and just going off the string. I don't know.
You done it?
I've never taught anyone, so
Yeah.
I could see like how it would be beneficial.
So these questions that I'm asking you guys, like, you can incorporate these ideas in the presentation. Like, if you take this, when you just work on this, it's the equivalent of doing just hitting a string with your bow. Take that hand out. It's showing that you're doing a bunch of
So there's saxophone way of writing that.
That's one of our things. Is I honestly don't know.
Because you can't take the fingers out.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand if you're just using because if you're playing like these lower octave notes, you have to have your left hand out regardless. So when you're going down, I guess you could slow it down greatly, and if you get it say 5 times in a row correctly, you can pick up the beat faster.
Okay.
But whether or not like taking out
Taking out.
a hand, it's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible. You won't get the right side of the way.
Like, you won't get the right sound.
Well, like you won't get the right note because without your left hand, you could play every single key on the right hand, and it would always be C sharp, regardless.
Mhm.
But the second you add down any fingerings here, it changes the note immediately.
Right. So it's kind of the same. I'm trying to, like, I have it. Like you're playing this and you're looking at it, and we're not playing the right note, correct?
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out how to. It's almost there. You have positions, or what are they?
Reading.
Like when you're playing saxophone. I know
Um,
that like you have to hold certain.
right. Like so, everything open in C sharp. For C natural, it's my middle finger. B, A, G. F natural, or for my middle finger is F sharp, E, D, and then the bottom pinky key is C. Low C below the staff.
Okay. So you could actually be working on like hold one note. What's an easy note?
G.
G. Okay. So you play G, and you just actually work on the breathing is what you would be working on, right? Like if you saw it and you just read the notes, the rhythm instead of the actual notes, and you play a bunch of G's, it would mess with you like you're looking at this. If you had your saxophone, you'd go G, 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 G.
How to get the rhythm right?
Yes, you get the rhythm right. So it would get them used to certain notes, and you could say this whole particular measure, let's do G's, or whatever the trouble note is in their piece. If you had 3 notes, E, F, G's, and you notice the F's were the problem, you'd say, okay, well, these are going to be all F's. Like, let's do this example right now. This is hard to think of. Okay, you see everything right there on the pickup note all the way to measure 3. Those are all going to be A's. So let's go ahead and play A's right now. 3rd string, 2nd fret. You're going to read that rhythm, but you're going to hold A. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Let's switch to G. Okay. This exercise, it's fighting. You want to play the actual notes, right? How are you with G and A? Can you find G and A faster?
I don't know. It's just like finding the strings. I
Okay.
think that's my biggest problem.
Finding the strings? Okay. 4 to 3. First 2 measures, including the pickup note, those are all going to be 4th string. Last 2 measures are going to be 3rd string. Okay? Let's try that. Ready?
Just the open.
Yeah, just open. We'll complicate it again. Okay? Complicated. So just remember, last 2 measures is 3rd string. Everything else is 4th string. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go 4th string. Let's 3rd string. Good, now here's what we're going to do. You're going to do the first 2 measures, or 3 measures again. The first full measure is going to be 4th string, D, and then the second measure is going to be E. Okay? And then measure 3 is going to be G, measure 4 is going to be A. Makes sense? So, D, ready? These are all E's. These are going to be E's.
Lower. Oh.
And then these are going to be G's. And then those are going to be A's. So you're still working on notes, changing notes. You're just reducing the amount of changing.
E E G A.
D, E, G. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ready. And it's still D. There's E. There's G. There's A. Okay. getting more acquainted with those notes?
Yes.
Okay. Try it again. We're gonna go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here's E. Here's G. Here's A. What could you do to introduce more notes to this? To get more familiar with notes that you're not familiar with. There's one more note that we can add. It's the F. Okay, so where would you put the F? Do you have an idea?
I do have an idea. I don't
Okay.
know if you're gonna like it though.
Let's-
I'm going up like note values, so maybe you could make all the 8 notes Fs.
Okay, I like that. Let's try it. So again, you're working on changing notes, but it's looking at something and having to think differently. So you have 4th string. See if I can play this.
Oh, it might not work, but that was.
So we had 4th string. And then we did E. It's possible. You ready? If you want to, go ahead and write your notes on top of that. Like if you need to visually see it.
This sucks, though.
Okay, so the first measure is a D, the half note, and then the next one is a D. And the 8th notes, all the 8th notes are Fs.
So is it just like before, where it's like D, and then the second measure is E, and then
Yeah.
G,
Hey,
and then
you just gotta
so
remember.
just the F, just the 8 notes are F.
Yes,
Okay, so it's just the same.
Yeah.
Just put it out there.
that's the same. I'm not gonna mess with how you can do it. Let's go real slow. We'll do 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here's Fs. Here's the E's. Fs here. Okay. Yes. Try it again. How do you feel, Jesse?
It's getting kind of easier, I think.
It's getting
Hey!
He's like, I'm not going to say anything else. It's getting harder. Try it again. See, I've never done this type of exercise. Learn stuff. Just by talking. Okay. Don't be afraid to say, like, this is hard. Yeah, it is hard. Okay. Try it again. Just 2 counts. 1, 2. Let's play the way it's written now. Okay. See if we scrambled your mind enough. There you go.
You know that?
Oh,
You know that?
I think so.
Okay.
You know he's not doing it. He's very vocal.
5 years of electrical work.
What?
5 years of electrical work. So
Ah.
There we go. Nice and slow. 2 counts. 1, 2. write notes. It's a matter of just getting that second finger on that A.
You want second finger first. I realized that as I was putting it down.
How was that compared to the first time you came here? Why?
Breaking it down.
You knew it.
A lot better. A lot better.
A lot more better.
More better.
It's a lot gooder than last time.
Yeah. It's better.
All right. So, and sometimes that's what's going to happen in your practices, or like, I had an idea. I said, okay, we're going to try to get through 3 lines. It didn't happen today. But I mean, you guys feel a lot more solid at that first line because you have 2.5 lines. Than we do.
And then most of the notes are pretty much all the same, just put them in different areas.
Mhm.
No, like the only different one now is the A.
Yes, on measure 11 that she's talking about.
Yeah. Or oh yeah, that's right.
So that particular A, you're going to hit with your thumb. That way you don't lose your spot. And you can have these prepped for the octave A. Turn it over to your instrument.
Saxophone.
Again, you're not playing like you're not going to play the right notes, but you're going to be working on
Rhythm.
unfamiliar notes that they mess up on, they trip up on, and rhythm. Because that's all your instrument is breathing. If you don't breathe, I've seen those guys. There's a is it NPR? Tiny Desk. The guy had a saxophone with a cone stick in it. And he's like, I'll show you in a little bit. Or you've probably seen it.
It sounds
Who was it? That was doing the concert.
Moon Hooch? I think.
Excuse me.
familiar.
I think it's Moon Hooch. I'll look it up right quick.
Good night.
Well, it sounds like they do a lot of like, I don't know if it's break beats or like just kind of hip hop stuff. Like it sounds like techno is what it is. But it's just 2 saxophone and drum.
It's just like live technique.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you get into that, see right in the car doing this. We'll call that good for today. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off.